My name's host Eric. I'm the host of Talking with Famous People alongside my angelic wife Rachel.
Hi.
And we've got some tasks to do right out the gate today before we do anything else. Task number one involves dealing with some trash, and then we're going to bring in some groceries. We did a lot of grocery shopping today. We really went all out at the grocery store trying to get everything we needed. It was an expensive grocery trip, but we really stocked up on stuff. So that's a good thing. Obviously, one of the advantages of stocking up on groceries is that it means you're not eating out so much, and it's always a money saver. All right, so we'll bring this trash can over here. And we rarely do eat out. It's pretty rare for us to eat out. We're going to take this kitchen trash here. And we will put it in a compactor. While that's compacting, put a new bag in. This compacted trash will now go in here. And we can begin getting the groceries from the back of the car. Now we have a lot of groceries to get from the back of the car today. So I'm going to put you here to watch the whole affair as best you can. Here in California, they made plastic bags illegal. And these brown paper bags don't have any handles on them. I probably could have managed to pull it back in here on top of this snow. It's not that thick, but better safe than sorry. Okay, here we are. We're going back to the car for more groceries. We got a lot of stuff this time, so. Okay, making progress. How's it going, everybody? Carrying in groceries like it's nobody's business. Let's get it done. Like Jacob Duran. So you can carry 2 paper bags at once, even though they don't have handles. I hear Lulu barking inside. It's unusual. Jared told me to check on her if anything seems sus, but we'll see if she still barks in a second. All right, I did it. Took a little while, but I did it.
You did it. Good job.
Thanks. All right, so now that we're back inside, I can bring this up on the TV and see everything. I can chat with you people in an appropriate fashion. Got a new pair of glasses for just $2.99 at the store. Looking pretty good. I can see so well. Let me clip this off. Put this down. Let's sit together for a moment here while we get situated. Got my shoes off and my flip-flops on. I need to wear my shoes obviously to get through the snow. Hi, silly boy. Okay, now let's bring up the browser. Let's bring up the Talking with Famous People, the live stream. We do still have some snow here, but it is melting very fast. Alright, now on the other tab I want to put up the USC women's basketball game, which should have started already. Oh, it might be on Big Ten Network. Big Ten Plus, I mean. That's a possibility. Let me check. Alright, well, we're already in the third quarter. It didn't give me the option of starting from the beginning. We're up 56-44 here at Penn State. We'll put this in the split screen with the live stream. And we can also mute this. Put this on live chat. Make it a little smaller. If any of the following are still here, Winston's mom, Casey Jones, Gyalt, hello, welcome. Thank you for being here. Obviously, we started today with a little bit of chores, you know. Dealt with some trash. We brought some groceries in. Oh. Shot clock violation. So I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos on kind of like celebrity conspiracies, I guess you could say. Watch out, kitty. It's pretty interesting, and some of them are like fairly convincing, but it's hard to say for sure, you know? Like, I'm gonna, I guess, YouTube search the following. Theory iceberg. The craziest celebrity conspiracy theories that turned out to be true. These kind of videos are pretty engaging, I must say. So we will we're going to start with the theory that Frank Sinatra was involved with the mafia. Well, that's obviously true. There's no doubt about that. Nobody's going to dispute that. Go past Frank Sinatra to the next celebrity. Eartha Kitt's career was, I guess, what's that called? When a train goes off the tracks. I forget what it's called. What do I look like? Some kind of vocabulary expert? Anyway, Lady Bird Johnson wasn't a big Eartha Kitt fan, I guess. Baphomet. That's what it is. Okay. Baphomet celebrities. Famous celebrities who sold their soul to the devil for fame. Celebrity superstars, witchcraft, and Satanism. Ooh, that sounds interesting. Members of the royal household aren't all human? What? YouTube today. Yeah, I've been YouTubing. It's kind of an off day, kind of a chill day. Um, I'm feeling a little low energy and whatnot in the absence of Adderall, but that's okay. That's all right. Algorithm is censoring everything in chats. Really? Censoring stuff about celebrities or what? I saw this video today where they showed a couple different celebrities giving this purported like occult hand symbol where you go like this basically, like one hand up, one hand down, three fingers each or something. And they like showed examples of celebrities kind of on the download doing that hand symbol and times when you wouldn't expect it, I guess, but it's like who would naturally do that anyway? It doesn't seem like there's any occasion whereby. God damn it, Putty Cat! I hadn't finished watching that game. I'm glad I don't have to now, actually. Yeah, SC will need a deep run, but I'm currently watching the women's team beat up on Penn State, and I feel very confident the women's team is going to make a turn. We've got some good wins and good losses in the sense that we've lost to some very good teams. Okay, I'm gonna poke this. Try to get some of this resin out of here. There we go. That helps a little bit. I was thinking today how there's a couple of channels that I watch that put out a video every single day. Yeah, I know the game was yesterday. I can't blame you for bringing it up. There's no reasonable reason for you to assume I hadn't finished watching it yet. That was fine. That's a perfectly reasonable assumption to make. You didn't do anything wrong. Very understandable that you would think I'd already watched it. 59-51. It's now an 8-point game, and SC just turned the ball over. Come on, ladies. Penn State is 10 and 17 for God's sake. Are you looking forward to Pi Day, man? It's coming up. I didn't even know there was a Pi Day. Is it to celebrate the number pi? That seems weird. Hooray for 3.14, meow, 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 repeating. I mean, not repeating forever. Oh, 3.314. I got you. Makes sense. That would be Pi Day. Just like May the 4th makes sense, it would be Star Wars Day. Bill Gates has admitted making a huge mistake in associating with Jeffrey Epstein, telling staff that he had affairs with 2 Russian women, but denying involvement in the Epstein crimes. You know what, Bill Gates? That's not good enough. Creating Windows is bad enough. I mean, I like Windows fine. I don't have a problem with Windows. There we go. Oh, God. Turn the ball over. It's a 7-point game. Penn State is 10 and 17. Come on, ladies. Why is this even a close game?
I think I left my yam in the car.
Okay.
I think.
I bet you didn't, but if you did, here's the key.
Oh, I didn't. You're right.
Bill Gates is supposed to be a genius level smarty pants. He may not have known the depths of Jeffrey's depravity, but he did know the Russians gather information against powerful, wealthy, useful idiots. Yeah, well. Well. Obviously, Epstein made a point of trying to make connections with every rich and powerful person he could find, yeah. I can understand how somebody without any foreknowledge of the thing might go, well, I'm just running in inappropriate circles or whatever. But, hi, Nicholas. Nicholas Watson. How's it going? I got a new pair of glasses at the store today. Anyway, I get it. Like, not everybody mentioned in the Epstein files is himself a horrible person. That, given that Epstein went out of his way to try to make connections with every rich and powerful person he could find, and I'm sure he didn't open with, hey, want to commit some horrific crimes with me.
It probably started as like being chummy.
Right.
Like, he seems like a chummy kind of guy, right? Like, put his arm around you, be like.
Right. He's very networky.
Yeah, networky, exactly. And then like, you get invited to a party. Parties sound normal.
Right? Yeah. Well, I'm glad to hear that, Putty Cat. I'm glad they're grilling Bill and Hillary.
It's good. They should.
I think they're both complete scumbags.
Mm-hmm.
Like those set of emails and files from the Epstein stuff, it's absolutely shocking.
It is. Like I said, like even like neutral people who are just like existing, they're famous, but like, well, they don't have a real like opinion of them really. They're in Epstein files, like what? No one, basically, like no one is safe. The only one who I think is safe, who I'm like surprised about, is George W. Bush. Like, he's done other bad, horrific things, but he didn't chill with. It doesn't seem like he was. The Bushes weren't involved.
No, he kind of had this weird sober goody two shoes thing going.
Did he?
That's what I think. But yeah, it didn't stop him from being one of the worst presidents in America.
No, I'm not saying
that's the whole. I wish it correlated cleanly. Like Clinton was a great president and an absolute horrible person.
Yeah.
Breaking news. In recent poll reveals that California has the highest cost of living in the U.S. Yeah, I already know that. I just got back from the grocery store. But as always, Putty Cat, I will remind you that you are playing culture war stuff, and that's why you don't like California. So let's not be dishonest about it.
Honestly, who the hell knows where you're going? Like, I'm coming to the realization that like living here long term might not be not be attainable.
Yeah, it's possible, you know. It depends on a couple of stuff, you know, that I don't really necessarily want to get into on stream.
That's fair. But I just it used to not be in my mind though. Like it used to, I always used to be like, this is our forever home. I don't care. But like thinking about it, like I do have to think both sides. Like, what if we stay? What if we don't?
Yeah, big questions, you know?
Yeah.
Big questions that we don't really need to address anytime super soon, but come on, SC. It is a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Thank you, Lennon Jones. Lennon Jones just hit a 3-point shot to put us ahead 63-60. We definitely need to win this game. Let's not be like the men's team and lose our way out of the tournament. The Bay Area, in some sense, is beautiful, but on the ground level, it's full of garbage and horribleness. I like California, but Canada would be a good escape if the U.S. gets too eugenicsy and authoritarian-y. I mean, they've got their own problems in Canada, believe me. who knows what's going to happen? You know, I was watching this channel yesterday. Not this one. It's this channel. Seconds of Horror. And basically, they do these videos that are all about like that they are lying to us about meow, 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 you know. This guy's a believer that they are projecting holograms slash light shows in the sky to try to sell a pro alien narrative, and that like all these, just basically everything you get in the media is constructed as part of a like propaganda campaign rather than authentic news. And he has a very questionable like burden of proof relationship, I guess you'd say. Uh, but I do find some of the things he talks about weird.
This stuff is interesting though.
Yeah.
Perspective.
Let's go, London Jones. Oh, she missed the layup. Oh, good job. Oh, too bad. It's unfortunate. Yeah, well. It's not exactly a phenomenon specific to the Bay Area. They may suffer the consequences of it more than other municipalities, but it's kind of a national problem. All right, let's go outside and have a cigarette. NYC has similar problems. Yeah, it's all very sad. And it's all part of a big picture that feels very uncertain. Okay, we're up by 3. This game is definitely too close for comfort. The streets smell like urine, but you steal my heart, San Francisco. They'll break into your car and the streets smell like urine, but San Francisco, you steal my heart. Maybe. Oh. So, you know, I'm trying to exercise some, I guess, self-control or something. I actually have 3 Adderalls left, but I didn't take any yesterday, and I'm taking any today. I'd like to kind of save those for some other day when I might actually get some substantial impact out of it. You know, I got to recover from the previous stretch of time. But I will say this, I feel so much better this crash, last crash, than I had in some months prior. Where they were really kind of brutal. I will remain that tired. You will remain tired. Doctor wouldn't prescribe me modafinil. I'm assuming your doctor takes insurance and you're paying by insurance. See if you can get a different doctor. Through medical, what does that mean? You either pay out of pocket or you pay with insurance. Or some kind, you know. Might be some sort of like federal program or what have you, but something's gonna pay for it. Oh, Medi-Cal. I see. Okay. I thought it was medical. Okay, well, there's the problem. Yeah, well, I don't know what the solution to that is because, you know, you've got limited consumer control and as a medical patient, obviously. Tie game with 4:25 left. How is it still a tie game? Come on, ladies. What happened? They call timeout? I guess we call timeout. My doctor doesn't think a stimulant would be a good idea. She's very counterintuitive about any medication, or conservative about any medication I take that has any kind of upper effect. Well, you know, you tell her she needs to treat your ADHD, which you still have, even if, you know, the previous treatment she thinks got out of hand or what have you. And it's a perfectly reasonable compromise. You gotta win that argument. You gotta ask her questions and put her on the defensive. So you're preferring to just leave this untreated? I've complained about this malaise persisting for months to you for God knows how many visits now, and you're gonna do absolutely nothing about it. You know, you gotta put her on the defensive, put her on the back foot. You can't just let her control everything. No, she wouldn't profit from the drug companies. She gets paid per visit by Medi-Cal. She's doing what she thinks is best, but you're the person who's incurring all the impacts of her decisions. Medi-Cal is like California's health insurance subsidy program, or, you know, where you get everybody health insurance. No doubt it's part of why California has the highest cost of living in this country. Somebody's got to pay for all that stuff, you know. Well, I guess it's time to watch the cat eat. Fortunately, he lets me know. It's interesting the way Brennan got his brain cancer treatment paid for. He had such a rare kind of brain cancer that the surgery and treatments and stuff they were doing on him counted as research, and it was paid for by some research grant. Probably federally funded, I'm guessing. But that's an interesting way to get stuff paid for, I guess. Interesting kid, interesting story, you know. Call him a kid because he's 22. No offense, Gil. I know you're like 23, but something like that. 22 also. You know, like, what an intense thing to go through at such a young age. And, you know, come through the other side of it apparently fine. It's really weird. And still totally an INTP by every conceivable cognitive function test. Like, as INTP as they get. She is just not necessarily what you'd expect, right? If somebody cuts out a chunk of your brain, that you wake up and you have to relearn some physical stuff, but in the end, you're the same as you were before. No personality change. Even cognitive functions doesn't make that prediction. Man, that reminds me. I need to get on with my life. Oh, tell me about it, Gil. Tell me about it. Tell her about it. Meow, 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 meow. You know that song? I love you too, darling.
I'm feeling smushy towards you.
Oh, thanks. I I too cool for school. So Medi-Cal is the Obamacare. It's like Obamacare. Why is Medi-Cal needed if we have Obamacare? I think Medi-Cal precedes Obamacare. So it already existed. And like you might say, well, don't we have federal things like Medicare? Yeah, but it can't. I don't know. What do I look like? Dictator of California's policies? You know, there's an unfortunate enthusiasm for centralized solutions in California. Is it just me or something wrong with my YouTube? I noticed the comments on YouTube vids and YouTube shorts become extremely tiny after I updated the app today. I don't know anything about that. We are down by 5 points with a minute and 40 seconds left. Oh my God. Come on, ladies. This reminds me of earlier in the season. We went through this stretch of games where you just seem to find a way to lose every game. Here we go again. Maybe they'll fix it. Okay, well, at least we got the rebound here. Still down by 5. A minute 11 left. We're going to need a couple of baskets, obviously. We're taking our sweet time here for some reason, but I guess it doesn't matter if we score. London Jones pull back 3, misses it, and the Penn State gets the rebound. Oh, goodness. Now we're fouling. Come on, ladies. What in the world are you doing? So anyway, there's a couple of channels that I watch every day. And I appreciate the fact that, they're on every day. Like they post every single day. It made me think, well, it may not be the case that I, I'm pushing 500,000 subs or anything, but it may be the case that there's plenty of people around here who also value the consistency. So I decided it would be a good idea to one of the ACA's biggest changes was expanding Medicaid to cover more low-income adults. That's why Medi-Cal enrollment exploded in California after Obamacare. Huh. Well, what do you know? What is code for the insurance companies who are doing well? Right, yeah, true. Should I listen to ChatGPT if it said I was smart? Hmm. I guess that would depend on whether you're actually smart or not. A sip of Gliblin is an Appalachian regional term primarily used as an adjective or adverb to describe something that is crooked, skewed, slanted, or off balance. Huh. Well, I've never heard that term before, that's for sure. Sip. What? Cigar. What does that say? Sipoglin? Sipoglin. I've gotten bored and tried to get ChatGPT to type me. Didn't take it seriously though. We are down by 6 points. There are still 44 seconds almost left. So we get a three, get a stop, get a three, we'd be all right. But we better get a quick three. And I don't think a two is going to do us much good. Aren't very many people in attendance here at the Penn State women's basketball game. Horrible. Your own research said you were dumb, huh? Well, whether you should trust that research, I guess, depends on whether you're smart enough to do good research. I don't have a problem with that. Penn State's hockey team can be as good as it wants to. This is just very disappointing. We still might conceivably win this game. It's not over yet. We can tie it up conceivably here at the end of the fourth quarter. It's not too unreasonable possibility, you know. Penn State girls are looking happy. They think they've got this thing won. I guess I can't really blame them for feeling confident. So Kennedy Smith will inbound the ball, gets it in to Jazzy Davidson, who dribbles the ball up court, pulls up behind the 3-point line, passes it to yes. Not sure who that was. I still can't tell who it was. Because of course, girls have long hair, so you cannot read the names on their backs, which is kind of super annoying. But I'll live with it. Dodgers are favored to win the World Series. Yankees are second. Well, maybe we'll see another Dodger Yankees World Series.
Yeah.
How are the Toronto Blue Jays supposed to be this year? Cygoglin. Cygoglin. Oh, that's how you spell it. Say it, huh? Cygoglin.
How do you say what?
The word Cygoglin.
What does it mean?
Means crooked, askew, like if you have a picture hung that's slanted, they might say it's Cygoglin.
I've never heard
I've
that.
never heard it either. Athletics are 100-1 for the World Series. That's pretty good odds to win the World Series. I'm not convinced the Athletics are going to win the World Series, but I think they should win the World Series because that would be good. Jazzy misses the three, and unfortunately, we fumble the rebound out of bounds. It's a 5-point game. Penn State's going to get the ball back. And we're going to lose this game. Jays are fourth. Okay, so same as last year, the Mariners and the Blue Jays are both thought to be contenders in the AL. Who are thought to be contenders in the NL besides the Dodgers? Maybe the Braves are on their way back? Who else might be a threat in the National League? Hmm. The Phillies sometimes mount a team. The Mets certainly have put the money in. Mets are behind the Dodgers? Okay. Well, they spent a lot of money, so it makes sense that they'd be up near the top. Let's just see the end of this ridiculous horror show. Phillies are after the Mets. Okay. What about the Giants? What number are they? Well, it's always a good idea to try to manage and moderate your consumption. Okay, well, it's a 4-point game now somehow. I must have missed something happening. Giants are 19. Just a little bit above the Athletics, huh? Wow. Well, I bet the Athletics will do better than the Giants, at least. I'm afraid of Americans. Well, don't be afraid of me. Or Rachel. We're not scary. Rockies are last. That doesn't surprise me. Apparently, the Angels owner said, referring to some non existent survey, that uh, fans don't really want winning. What they want is affordable tickets.
That's funny.
Yeah, no reason to be scared of old Eric. I've become much more gentle in my old age. I think it's fair to say.
Oh, I love you.
I love you too, darling. Yeah, affordable tickets to watch teams lose. Well, basically, what he was saying is that moms want to be able to afford to take the whole family to the ballpark, which I don't disagree with that. And I also agree that if you're taking little kids to a baseball game, I guess they don't really care if the team wins or not. But I don't know. It just seems like a weird thing to say. Oh, nice.
Yeah.
It's a 2-point game. We need to foul here. We still have a chance. There's 13.8 seconds left. It's a 2-point game. Unfortunately, if they make both free throws, we're going to have to get a quick 3 if we're going to have a chance. They need to lower beer prices at MLB games. Well, all your concessions are expensive. Your food items, your merch, your drinks, it's all very expensive. Casey Jones says baseball games in person are extremely boring with extremely expensive hot dogs. I mean, I used to kind of agree with you about the boring part. Yes, the hot dogs are extremely expensive regardless. Okay, it's a 2-point game still. 4 seconds left. They're going to the free throw line again. I mean, yeah, I guess it depends where you go. Apparently, if you go to the Angels games, it's like the cheapest night at the ballpark in the whole major leagues. All right, darling. I'll be joining you before too long.
Okay.
I think I'll wrap this up here at the end of this basketball game. Well, we still have a chance. Penn State missed that free throw. They're going to shoot their second free throw right now. If they make it, we'll have 4.2. They made it. Well, 4.2 seconds left to shoot a three-pointer. Oh, horrible. That was so sad.
I love you.
I love you too. Well, I think what they said was the cheapest total night out at the ballpark. Like they probably added together tickets, concessions of various kind. I'm not sure what the exact formula was, but like cheapest trip for a family of four to the ballpark or something like that. And you probably have to pay extra for the 16-ounce beer. It probably comes in a default size of 12 ounces. Well, that was horrible. That basketball game was everything you don't want in a basketball game. I could put some hockey on in the background. They also have professional women's volleyball on, which is LOVB. It looks like love, but it's about volleyball. Isn't that adorable? I could watch the Ohio State and Michigan's women's basketball game, but I don't even want to watch any women's basketball after watching that horrible nightmare of a disaster. Okay. I'll put that one on, I guess. You don't really watch sports? Well, a lot of people don't. You know, there's something about it that I like a lot, but I'm only sometimes in the mood for it. It's a good thing to have in the background while you're live streaming because it's such a SE thing. You can watch what's going on without really engaging with any words. Did you all know there was a meme where people hated on the state of Ohio? I did not know that. What's wrong with Ohio? I have no idea who will win the Little League World Series. I wonder if you can bet on that. Thing to bet on, like what state is going to win the Little League World Series. Oh, Wyoming doesn't exist, huh? I always sensed that they were maybe faking it over there. So I think I'm going to go outside for a cigarette. Okay, well, yeah, a foreign country could win too, but like you could say which state is going to come out of the U.S. side. Let's see what this says. Colorado Rockies, Coors Field, three. What is that? billion. Blue Jays, 456. Angels, 462. Oh, is that cheapest tickets or something? Well, I guess they're not the cheapest. I guess they're the third cheapest. My mistake. I guess that YouTube video I watched was wrong. Or it may have been citing some specific other calculation, probably some calculation done purposely to make the Angels cheapest. Skibidi, Ohio. It'd be like this, a picture of a car that crashed, or it'll be memes of aliens and people saying, this is what's happening in Ohio. What are you talking about? Like Dodger Stadium, Yankee Stadium? Probably it is that much. I could get another beverage probably. I could get another beverage. Smoke a cigarette. Maybe I'll take a couple gabapentins even. I finally got the worn out feeling that kept getting food stuck in it fixed. Well, that's nice. You know what skibidi means? Means like, it doesn't really mean much of anything, but it's used as kind of like a negative adjective. Like this skibidi bomba class. Whatever that word is. Oh. Alright, let's get a beverage. Let's take a couple of Gabba Gabbas. Maybe let's have a little snack or two even. I could see myself having a snack. We went to the store and now we have lots of snacks. They called me back in high school Captain Lots of Snacks. Yeah, because I had lots of snacks. Go ahead, kitty. She doesn't want to go outside. She just wants to look out the door. Make me stand here and wait for her to decide. Okay, good. She decided. Huzzah. Alright, what kind of snack could I have? Well, you know what? Let's do the gabapentins first. Then we'll go outside, we'll have the cigarette. Then we'll have the snack. And then after that, maybe we'll take a little nap. You guys wait right here. Okay, I've got my ginger ale, which you should know has nothing to do with gingers. It was so much warmer in town when we got back up here. It was crazy. It was 73 degrees in town. And it's like, when we got back up here again, I think it was 57 when we left. About the same when we got back. We were saying skibidi in the 90s. Well, la-ti-da. You don't hear people say that too much anymore, huh? Well, la-ti-da. I wonder what the best, like, synonym or set of words comprising a synonym for la-ti-da is. Like, well, aren't you fancy? That would seem to be about as close as it gets, but one might imagine other synonyms that also work. What about is the dough? Is he dough? Is Tito? I don't know that one. So, in the hockey game here, we're watching the Toronto Leafs playing against the Tampa Bay Lightning. Yeah, in the 90s, Skibbity was more or less just a sound effect you made while riding your bike or playing in the sandbox. Interesting. Well, Skibbity means surprise. Kind of lovely up there on the hillside. The blue sky and the white snow and the orange sun and all that. You like that kind of stuff. I watch two gamblers' channels regularly. Like, they both publish every day. One of them is Bretsky and the other one is Casino King. Casino King's a very mild-mannered guy, and he gambles much more sanely than Bretsky does. He gambles like $1,000 a day, Casino King does, and like today he finished down 400, and he was quite like bummed about it because it puts him down, I think, like 1,500 for the month. Gambling $1,000 a day, that's pretty good if you ask me. Down 1,500 for a month of gambling $1,000 every day. Plus, you know, he gets whatever income he gets from his YouTube channel. He's got like 200,000 subs, so he probably makes a decent amount per video. But it's an odd thing to watch, like watching other people gamble. But if they frame it nicely, like Casino King does, where he's doing $1,000 a day, he shows the balance as he's going along, minus this much, plus this much, whatever. And the videos are all about, you know, like say 30 minutes long. It's a very pleasant watch. Gretzky is much more of a degenerate gambler, but he brings in a lot of money from the channel and from his merch and other stuff that he's got tied in promotionally and such. He works hard at maximal monetization so he can gamble insane amounts of money. Like, he seems to gamble at least about $5,000 a day. He doesn't always lose $5,000, but he often enough does. You know, Telly Savalas was a world-class poker player who finished 21st at the main event in the 1992 World Series of Poker. He was a regular at Binion's in Las Vegas and the high stakes poker games. I had no idea. I knew he was a gambler. I didn't know he played poker though, or that he was that good at it. Well, just go to show you, he's the original most interesting man alive. Who loves you, baby? I feel qualified to answer that question now. The answer is Telly Savalas. And you know, he started off his career as a psychologist, doing like, I guess, talk therapy or what have you. Then he went into acting. Obviously, he made a lot more money acting than he did as a psychologist. Stuck with the acting thing. Is living the dream an appropriate response? To what? To Telly Savalas? It would be, but well, it's just one more area in which Eric fails. It's not that I'm not. It's not that I'm not living the dream. It's that I'm like not exactly thriving. I guess you'd say. I'm coming back. I'm coming back to my old self. Bit by bit. I've known one person named Kane, a vaguely adjacent friend circle from high school, and his main personality traits were working out, being a bro, and flippantly making offensive remarks. He sounds like a real delight. Okay, here's the cat. I've got to go to the bathroom. So while I go to the bathroom, you can keep an eye on the cat. Well, I hope we didn't give you guys any trouble. I'm back. Who knows why people turn out the way they do? It's a multitude of factors, I guess. One thing that's become abundantly evident is that too much wealth and fame too young seems to destroy people. Not every single one of them, I'm sure, but lots and lots of them. That they're talking right now about the Olympic hockey game. It was indeed super exciting. The gold medal game between the Canadians and the Americans. And the Canadians are, of course, complaining about it being 3-on-3 overtime. But they're also being kind of gracious about it, too. Obviously, that's been very disappointing to the Canadians because they definitely looked like the better team. But we won anyway. Did I have a good poop? Yeah, it was fine. I feel like I got more. I got a second act standing in the wings, but that's fine too. I was thinking about having a little snack, but I guess I'm fine as far as snacks go. I could eat some of these Cheez-Its, I suppose. Or I could just go lie down. I'm about ready for a nap, so I think I will go wrap this up and take that nap. Thanks very much for being here. I love you all. I appreciate the company. I'll see you next time.